Hey, it's MK, and I am back with my last layout for the C'est La Vie and the Summer Porch mashup kit. And I am going to put all of these photos on one layout. Yes, I am so super excited. I lost count at how many photos. I think there's 11 photos here. I will have to double check when I mat them on these two beautiful blue papers from the Summer Porch collection. I can't remember what foundation paper this is called. I think they call these ones solid papers though. In the past, they've called them foundation papers, but I believe in this set, it's called the solids. I also pulled out a wood grain from my stash because of the fact that I ran out of the other wood grain previously in the week. I also have our striped paper that we picked out from the Summer Porch collection. I'm going to use this gorgeous green paper, and then for my base pages, I'm going to be using 2 white pieces of cardstock. And then here, I have only picked out these flowers to add to my layout and this frame, but then I have my whole tray right here full of all the goodies. Actually, if I'm being honest, this is my first layout using this collection, and it's the last one I'm sharing with you guys. So here I'm just sharing with you guys that I punched out all of the laser cut pieces. I fussy cut everything out. Everything that came in the kit that Janet and I put together for you guys is in this little tray. And then in my third little bin, I added all the flair from Scrap and Happy Studio that I had that matched beautifully. I also pulled out this sticker book from Simple Stories, Simple Vintage, something Seas. Anyways, Vintage Seas, I think is what it's called. I also wanted to pull out some labels and tiny words from the ephemera pack. And then I have these rub-ons, which I won't be using on this layout, but I'm sharing with you guys what I've added to the kit, even though it's the very last layout. I don't know how that happened, in all honesty. I do work out of order when it comes to these kits. I end up actually creating the one that I'm most excited about first before I have to create all of them, if that makes any sense. So I went ahead and I matted all my photos. I scuffed up all the edges, and then I just told you I matted them. I mounted my photos on after I've scuffed up the edges using my edge distressor. So I think I'm going to have 6 photos on one side and 5 on the other. 2, 3, 4, yep, 5. And so I have 11 photos for a 2-page spread, and I love adding multiple photos. Sometimes I will even take a not so great photo and add it to a layout just because I want to add more photos to a layout rather than a lot of embellishments. So I do have this Cartabella by the Sea wood grain paper. I do have to say that I added this to my kit, even though it's not a scrap, because I knew I wanted more wood grain throughout all of these layouts as opposed to just the one wood grain that we had in the kit. So this is something that I did even though they weren't scraps. I didn't know if I was going to use them as base pages. I didn't know if I was going to use them to map my photos, which normally if I bring in a 12 by 12 to map my photos, I don't count that as cheating. But this one, I guess I cheated because it's not a scrap and I'm not using it as a base. So I definitely needed a lot more paper to create this specific layout that I wanted, because I just was thinking this is going to be called Top Deck. I think it's called Bocce Ball. Oh my gosh, you guys, I get it wrong every time. But it's called Top Deck Bocce Ball. And for me, being on a deck is a plank of wood, right? Wood grain. A deck, just the word deck makes me think of solid wood. And being on, a deck at my house or a porch on my house or a patio or something like that. And so that's what I wanted to mat or double mat, I guess, my photos on is a deck. So that's where it came from. And I do apologize for my little cheat here. Plus I have wood grain coming out my nostrils in my craft room. I know that was gross, you guys. Such a horrible vision. But yes, I do have a lot of wood grain in my stash because it is my favorite media to work with. And I wish I could just add it to every layout, but I know that you guys will get sick of that. And then I might run out. Where would I buy more wood grain? I mean, heavens. But this By the Sea wood grain, I actually ordered it in, I think I just found out how many came in a pack, and I ordered the whole pack, you guys, if I'm being honest. Because this is just a beautiful wood grain. It has reds in it. It has blues in it. It has this gorgeous, I don't know. It is just a gorgeous wood grain paper. And I saw it. I had to have multiples of it. I've used it in my Christmas layouts. I've used it in my outdoors layouts, horseback riding layouts. Obviously this layout, anything ocean, because if you add that blue in there, I mean, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And I couldn't resist buying multiples of it. And normally when I find a wood grain that has multi-uses like this, and it doesn't just say, rough and tumble, or it doesn't just say, oceany, some wood grains have that feel where they feel like they belong on just one themed layout or one type of theme of a layout. And this one did not. This one, I just feel like can be used for anything. And so, yes, I buy multiples of any kind of wood grain that speaks to me in that volume. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and attach my photos. Now, I'm not attaching them all the way. I'm not going edge to edge all the way around all four edges. I am at a retreat, and I thought I cut all this out, but apparently I'm still visiting while I'm attaching my photos. I apologize, you guys, but I don't put the adhesive all the way around my photos because I don't know where the embellishments are going to go yet. Right now, all I have in mind is that I wanted my photos to be on a deck. That's it. And it's actually more like a plank because it's coming from the right side and only stopping so far. I didn't go all the way across my layout. So it's more like we're walking the plank. I know. I'm weird when it comes to designing my layouts, you guys. It makes me giggle. It makes me have fun, and I don't stress about the type of layouts that I create. And so when I make things up, I have more fun, and then it just becomes a joy to scrapbook. It really does. So yes, just like my golf ball, it wasn't a golf ball, but I wanted a golf ball. And so I made a circle on my page that was in the color of a golf ball. Here we're walking the plank. So, yes. And then I went ahead and I love stripes, you guys. I really do love stripes. And I love the fact that you can use them in tiny little quantities and they make such a huge impact on your layout. They matched these photos beautifully. And then when I add this ripped up green, it is just awesome. It almost looks like grass is growing out from under the stripes. So I just loved this color combination. Of course, it's my favorite. It's brown, it's blue, it's green. It speaks outdoors. It's my favorite color combination. Honestly, I could work with these colors all day, every day. So anyways, these are our friends playing bocce ball on the top deck on the 19th. I believe it's the 19th floor, or it's not the 18th, because the 18th is where the observatory lounge is. So we've got to be on the 19th deck. And this is mine and my husband's first time. I believe it was Lynn and her husband's first or second time as well. We didn't really know how to play the game. So Janet's husband is nice enough. He's very patient. Oh my gosh. He puts up with me and my husband very well. He had so much patience with us. It was just great. But he taught us how to play the game. And then once we got the first game down, and it was fun, and it actually went pretty quick too, we decided to keep score. And so that's our little scoreboard there, where you just take a peg and you move it up. It's got like a little spring activated thing to hold it in place. And so you lift up on the ball and you move it up one notch as you keep score. And then we worked a certain way up. And I don't know when we stopped. I don't remember if there was a certain, I honestly don't know what ended the game. I don't remember that part. But it was super fun. I have to say, I think the blue was the boy and the red was the girls, if I'm correct. And if I remember correct, it was Lynn's throwing her ball that won us the game, I think. But I could be wrong. But it was fun and it was challenging. And then right around the corner in that upper left photo on my right side page, right around there was where the little mini golf section was. And then off to this side of us was where the throwing bean bags was, the cornhole game. So yeah, it was neat. I loved seeing all this. I know it's not real grass, but I loved seeing it. It just gives you that comfort, even though you're in the middle of the ocean going, gosh knows where. We were headed north. It was still a great feeling, even though, like I said, even though it was phony green grass, it was still such a comfort seeing it. Just kind of like on the other boat when we saw the garden in the middle of the boat. It just gives you that comfort knowing that you have all that greenery still, even though you're in a huge body of water. Okay, so I immediately gravitated towards all of these flowers. I don't know what kind of flowers they are. They look like a mix of a flower. If they're real flowers, let me know, because they don't look like real flowers to me. I know the colors might be off because that's the color that they wanted them to match the sets, but I've never seen a flower like this before. So I instantly gravitated towards it just to bring in a little bit more color, and it also softened what we're doing because, I don't really, do we need embellishments about bocce ball? Oh, I guess I could have just used a bunch of enamel dots and that would have worked. But I'm going through all of my elements and picking out and choosing a few of them. I picked the ship's wheel and an anchor. I loved these little ribbon thingies. Oh my gosh, you guys. Normally I struggle with them, and I know I said this in another video. Normally I struggle with them, but I just gravitated straight towards them, and they went perfectly on my layout. They looked good on the layouts. It was just great, and I just really liked it. So for this layout, I don't think I went too much into the other embellishments that I brought in. I know I picked out this little label piece, but I believe that one actually came from the laser cut. I think that was one of the ones that I fussy cut out of the packaging. And then I don't think I pulled out another label or anything else from the die cut pack that I had originally thought I was going to need to use, because I felt like the laser cut pieces were missing layering pieces for what I had. It's almost like the embellishments for this specific pack were designed that way, like, oh, here's these pieces, but they're not going to be layering pieces, and then they need to get this piece in order to layer up, and if that makes any sense, I don't know, and I get their selling point, but I brought in the die cut packs just in case I needed some. And for this specific layout, I think I end up using everything that was in the kit minus the wood grain, and then of course I'm adding a few of these little flares that I already took. I took every single one of them right before I started scrapbooking, and I ran them through my die cut machine, so they're already smushed down, just because I was at a crop and I wanted to make, for one, I wanted to bring less stuff, and for two, I just wanted to make this layout go a little bit faster, all these layouts to go a little faster, not having to bring in my die cut machine and do this for every layout. So I went ahead and glued everything down in place. And now I'm going to be adding my title. And I took my title from two different alphas. I'm not sure if I was babbling through when I was putting my title up on my glass mat. And then I fast forwarded through it because honestly, you saw me pick a letter, take it off screen, pick a letter, take it off screen. And so I thought I'd bring it in here so you could see me add my title. And it is two different letters, but I love this ombre set from the, Heidi Swap Set Sail collection, and it is a puffy set, but it just looks so good on this wood grain. I know, I'm still boasting about the wood grain, but I just loved how fast and easy and simple this layout came across. I loved all the little additions and mixing and combining the cut aparts from C'est La Vie as well as the laser cut pieces from Summer Porch. I just really did enjoy working with all of these elements. Now tomorrow I will be sharing with you guys my leftovers and my plans for the leftovers. So please join me for that to see what I have planned for those specific leftovers. Don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube. She will be, she is my partner in crime in working with Kit Conspiracy. And in case you guys don't know, Kit Conspiracy is just mine and Janet's way of showing you guys how to use these kits, right? There's not a lot of examples out there, save for some design team members. So we just wanted to give those options to you guys and have more references, and especially with when Janet's and myself's designs and styles are two different ways, right? So you guys get lots of options using specific kits and products and things. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, truly appreciate it. Again, don't forget to check out Janet Fritz's channel, and I will check you guys all later. Bye.